Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. It's time for the watch pile once more. I have May's purchases, and then we're going to talk about what I watched, and then I look to the future of things that I may pick up in June. Now, this month started off difficult, I would say, with 3 box sets landing through the door with 13 movies. I knew this was going to be a difficult month, but to be honest, I managed to power through and achieved a satisfactory result more than anything. So, as always, we're going to delve into the movies that I picked up this month. So let's do it. So I'll rush through these ones because I did a recent ratings pickup video. So, hi mom, on 4K. I watched this. I really enjoyed this one. It was all kinds of weird, strange product of its time. I thought it was really kind of funny, quirky, almost without purpose, but I did have a thematic going through it. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Review coming soon for that. We have Le Professionnel, which, of course, I said was Italian. Really wasn't. It's a French film. It doesn't dampen my enthusiasm for it in any way. I'm still looking forward to check this one out. Aesthetics of a Bullet. These are all films I'm going to be watching pretty soon. Although this might be a stretch, Jean Le Purcell, which is epic in length, and Taxidermia. So these are all the ones from Radiance that I picked up this month. We got a couple of titles from Deaf Crocodile. We've got the new Shaham Mokri film, Black Rabbit, White Rabbit. I like this filmmaker a lot. What he does is something very different within the scope of his films, and it's always been really fun and interesting from what I've seen so far. Next up is Legend of the Sacred Stone. This is lined up to be one of the next watches that I get to. I have no idea what I'm expecting here, but it looks fun. Do yourself a favor, go and check out the trailer for this movie. I can't wait to check it out. It's Hammer time from the Hammer Presents films. We have 4 titles that we've got. Crucible of Terror, the favourite of the 4 I get in. Such a good film. Michael Gough is terrific as this patriarchal figure who is just horrendous, and his daughter and wife decide to try and off him. It's not a lot of characters. It's not a lot of locations, but it's wonderful when it pushes the tension and the atmosphere and what's going on, and some of the filmmaking is really interesting and really fun. Next up, we have Dr. Blood's Coffin. Again, it's feels like almost like Frankenstein light. There was a lot going on here. I really like the idea of it when it gets to the real end of it, and it's got some wonderful makeup and effects. I really enjoyed it. A low budget, The Snake Woman, which I found to be really interesting. I like this one a lot. Fog-covered moors, a local village filled with superstition and local horrors, and a woman who possibly can turn into a snake. All kinds of great stuff. And then Cry of the Banshee, where you've got Vincent Price being a witch hunter, but I mean, it's just an excuse to brutalize people. Again, another great one. From Masters of Cinema, we have Trace of Stone, which I've still to get to. Cecile is Dead, which is a wonderful film about the detective Margaret. Really great setup on this one. Great characters. The title does a lot of work going into the film as well, which I thought was fantastic and really playful as well. And I found this to be really surprisingly different. It's got decapitations. It's got a great mystery at the heart of it. A detective who actually detects. All great. Then we have the 4K of The General, which I've done a review for. Loved it. Amazing. Go and check out that. Some other 4Ks from Second Sight Films. We've got Insomnia, which was a pure joy to visit. I had only faint remembrances of the Nolan version. This was terrific. It stuck with me long afterwards, and I've been thinking about it. And it's just one of those ones, just, yeah, The more I think about it, the better it becomes. And then there is The Devil's Candy in 4K. The reviews just went up for that one. And Leaving Las Vegas, which was, man, that just rips the soul right out of you, that movie. So exhausting. It is fantastic. Two amazing performances, and it's lost none of its power over the years. Now, at the start of the video, I spoke about the 3 monster sets that had 13 films in them. Well, we had the Tales of Adventure Collection 10, which had The Magic Carpet, Sudan, Salome, and The Sword of Ali Baba. Sword of Ali Baba was the best here. We had some filler ones in amongst it, and what really surprised me is it came with 1001 Arabian Nights, which was the Mr. Magoo feature-length cartoon, which, to be honest, I enjoyed way more than I had any right to enjoy it. It was an interesting set. Not amazing movies, but Sunday matinee kind of fun films. Next up is Essential Film Noir Collection 6. We have Naked Alibi, which is the best film in the set. It's an absolute banger of a noir film. Ring of Fear is something very different in that it has people playing themselves in the film. It has this documentary style filmmaking that shows large parts of, well, particularly I think the standout one is the Lime Tamer, where we get to see that, and it just looks super dangerous, and it's a product of its time, definitely, but it's part noir, part documentary of a world that's gone forever, the circus world. Hell's Island and Flame of the Islands were 2 other noirs on this, which were fine. They were enjoyable. They had little nice moments to them, but they weren't as stand out as the first 2. And then finally was the 5-film Wild West Collection 2 set with 5-card stud, which I've seen before. It is a kind of slasher giallo western, which I really love, and especially with Dean Martin and Robert Mitchum in it. Then there's Will Penny, Something Big, which I just watched last night with Dean Martin again. It was a really kind of fun throwaway movie. Not a lot to it, but I really enjoyed it. The Revengers and Posse, which I've still to get to. Let's jump into Letterboxd and have a look at what I watched this month. So, started out the month with Five Nights at Freddy's 2. My daughter really wanted to see it. I kind of watched it. It was, again, it's toothless. It's not particularly scary. And I feel like this should have much more of a fun factor to it, as well as some really over-the-top gore, and it never quite gets there. Old Shatterhand was the first movie in the Adventure Call set. I've got reviews coming for all of these, so I won't go through them too much. One of my favourites, really just established the set and what we were going to get. Yellow Devil was a follow-up to that, also known as Winnetou and Old Shatterhand in the Valley of Death, I believe, which has a wonderful snake sequence in it that has to be seen to be believed. I really enjoyed that. Becoming Led Zeppelin on 4K. Loud, interesting. I would love a second part to see more of them talking about their career as it went forward. But yeah, really interesting. Bushido, The Cruel Code of Samurai, was depressingly brilliant. It's a tale as we follow 7 generations of the one family as they're just brutalized by their leaders. Yeah, incredible. The Wild Men of Kurdistan was more from the Adventure Calls. Mortal Kombat 2, again, felt like a kind of toothless film. It had some comedy moments, had some action set pieces, had some ropey CGI moments, and ultimately it was fine, but nothing more than that. Then we improved the situation by going to Confessions of a Police Captain, which I adored. I thought this was a terrific film. Damiano was incredible. Again, his films have always been terrific. Is one of those filmmakers I have discovered only because of Radiance, and I am so grateful for that. Kingdom of the Silver Line was kind of interesting enough Adventure Calls film, but I was really starting to get fatigued. The storylines, the plots, the characters were all reminiscent of one another, and it was starting to repeat on me a little bit. Matador on 4K from Radiance was an absolute joy. This one just spoke to me in all the right or wrong ways. I really loved this film. It was one that I would highly recommend picking up. If you see a copy, get it. It's selling out incredibly fast. Romancing in Thin Air was a Johnny To film from Radiance. Again, I really liked this one. I could see what it was doing, how it was leaning into that melodramatic kind of style. But it was really engaging and it was really fun. And I liked the characters and I loved some of the wacky and wild avenues it took. And it was one of those it really satisfied me. You know, I didn't think it was an amazing film, but I really enjoyed spending time with the characters in that world. Leaving Las Vegas, as we spoke about, it's a 5 out of 5. It is devastating. Yeah. Naked Alibi, which I kind of touched on, incredible. Lost Treasure of the Incas was the 6th of the Adventure Call set. And again, I've had to take a break between 6 and 7. I've not got to the 7th yet because it just felt like it was too much of the same kind of films, which was a bit disappointing, I suppose. But then I was cramming them all within a period of time, so I didn't have a chance to give a little bit of distance between them. Ring of Fear, which I really enjoyed. Hell's Island and Flame of the Islands, which I kind of touched upon. I've got reviews coming for that. The Snake Woman, which I enjoyed. The Devil's Candy review already up on the channel. I really like that one. It's just a fun horror film, really well made, really impactful. It just knows what it wants to do and does it. Dr. Blood's Coffin, that Cornish Frankenstein zombie film, which was kind of corny but kind of fun. Crucible of Horror, which was my favourite of the Hammer ones. Insomnia, I need to watch it again. It could jump up. I really like that film a lot and it has really stuck with me. The Magic Carpet from the Adventure 10 was fine. The 101 Arabian Nights, I just enjoyed. It's been ages since I watched a Mr. Magoo cartoon in feature length and a very familiar tale, and was just an absolute blast. The General, which is a classic, I strongly recommend picking that one up. Spore, Close to Home, and Near Winter were all short films included on the Insomnia disc, of which Close to Home was my favourite and was one that I wanted to turn off. It was making me incredibly uncomfortable just watching it, so it's really well done. Sudan, Salome, and the Sword of Ali Baba rounded out the Adventure 10 set. Limitless is one of those films I just love. It's something to do with the storyline, with the idea, with the possibilities, the way this could have went. There's just something really interesting about it. And every time I watch the film, I'm never satisfied with the fact that it ends and I don't get more. But I just absolutely adore that film. And then finished off the month with Cecile is Dead. The Migrate investigation was wonderfully well done. Great twisting, turning mystery. Some great characters in the title. Really leads to a lot of things that are going to happen in the film. But when or if or is it a play on words? It really just kept me guessing, and I liked that. Just such a simple, effective title. Now, I started the month with 345 films in the watch pile. 29 films were added to the watch pile, but I managed to watch 29 films as well. So I stayed even at 345. And you know what? I'll take it just now anyway. Let's have a look at what is coming out this month. I really need to pick up Escape from LA at some point in 4K. I love that film. Criterion doing Body Heat on 4K. That's one for a future sale. Absolutely. I'm kind of curious about this Monty Python's Flindiger Circus. I've never heard of it before, but I'm kind of curious about that. Hammer 36 Hours is something I'll pick up because I like the idea of that. It sounds like a good story, and I've kind of liked these noir Hammer films that they've been digging up. I'm not going to get it, but Scream 7, I'm annoyed I never saw it in the cinema because I've seen every other of the Scream films, and I'd just like to know more about it. If you saw it, what did you think of it? Zulu Dawn, I think, has been put back. Deep Star 6 is something that's kind of interesting as well. I've not seen that in years. A lot of things I'm kind of curious about, but nothing that really jumps out at me. Speed Racer in 4K. I love Speed Racer. I think it is just visually stunning. One that was unfairly maligned when it came out. Absolutely love it. So probably pick up the 4K of that at some point. The House of Hammer Volume 1 sounds interesting to me. Let's see what else we have. Bullet in the Head 4K, I've got on order. The Pornographers from Radiance, Warm Water Under a Red Bridge, Madhouse from Eureka, which I really found to be fascinating, just the idea of that. I'm looking forward to that. La Tête contre l'amour from Radiance, as well as Solo. Labyrinth 4K. Oh, I love Labyrinth. Empire of the Ants is out as well, which is, who doesn't like giant insects? The Dark Crystal 4K. Oh, that and Labyrinth come out the same day as... that is interesting. Then the 29th, there's some big titles out there. I don't know if there's anything I would really pick up out there. Maybe the Trollenberg Terror. That's just because the cover just promises weirdness, I guess. Yeah, so let's see what am I going to pick up this month. Again, I don't see too much. I will pick up the Radiance titles and the Eureka titles this month. Bullet in the Head, I've already ordered. Labyrinth 4K is interesting. Dark Crystal might be a good 4K as well. We'll see. The House of Hammer Volume 1, possibly. "36 Hours, yes. Deep Star 6, maybe. Monty Python, that's a curious one. I may look at that. I would like to know more. And further down the line, Escape from LA, just because it's John Carpenter, because it's good. I like it. Even though it's one of those dodgy sequels, it's still something that I really enjoy watching and would love to go back to just revisit as well. And it's one that I have put my love off onto my oldest daughter, who really enjoys it as well. Anyway, that's my watch pile for me. Had some ups, had some downs, but ultimately it was a level playing field. I did fine. I managed to watch what I added, and I'm kind of happy with that, I guess. I'd love to know if you picked up anything this month, if there's anything notable that's coming soon that you're going to pick up, or anything you want to talk about, or anything that I've picked up you want to comment on. Drop me a comment in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always, which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.